Which leads me to the second thing, that if we're going to improve the communication and trust in our relationships, then we have to have better conflict resolution methods.
Come on. Yeah.
It boils down to how we resolve internal and external conflict.
Pastor, you are in my head again. I'm serious.
Man, we do that all the time. That's
You're in my
crazy.
head. Because first of all, when Matt was speaking, what I wanted to add was, because you were talking about filters, and people say you're in your feelings. Maybe you were just seeing through a different filter. So maybe filters and feelings, there's a whole lot that goes into it because you see the world the way you are, not the way it is.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Hey, you said we see the world. Please say that. Everybody get your notepad out. Write this down, because this is right now that blip on the radar that just hit. This is incredible. Say that again.
We see the world the way we are, not the way it is.
I just think that's genius. Yeah. I just think that is absolutely amazing.
Pastor, if I'm a thief and I come in here and you move your hands, I'm like, what is he trying to steal? But if I'm a giver and you move around and say, oh, you want the phone? That's fine, you can have it. The same reaction, the same response, but different filters. And I think that I began to ask that's the whole self-awareness and social awareness. I began to, and emotional quotient, emotional intelligence, we can go all of there. But I think it's very important for us to begin to ask ourselves, how am I responding to people's actions? Yes, Paul says, I became all things to all men and all of that. And Paul grew up to a point where he could say, I defrauded no man, because he was now aware of his stand and his position in Christ. But ultimately, wherever we are, this is how we know if we are still hurting, if we're still bleeding. Because if any time somebody say, I can do the same thing but produce a different response. You are preaching the same message to us. Somebody's there judging, another person is there accepting, and we are processing what you're saying. This is why you have to do what you have to do for yourself, because regardless of what you do, people are going to have an opinion, because they have an experience, because they have feelings, and they have filters.
Listen, man, that is so amazing. I remember reading a quote once that says that staying in a relationship with no trust is like being in a car with no gas. You can stay in it as long as you want, but you still won't get anywhere. It's missing. I think that what you said is a viral clip. It's a moment that the world needs to hear. You see the world the way you are and not the way it is.